Welcome to Tiny Crimes.
Oh, hey, Michael.
Yes.
I was wondering if maybe you wanted me to come up with a crime.
Sure.
Like, we kind of, the old switcheroo.
If you have one that you want to talk about.
Let me think of something. Yeah, I got something. I got a crime.
Okay.
Yeah, it touches a lot of things that I care about. Bullying, one-on-one combat, and child slavery. Yeah, this is a crime that happened back in the 80s where there was a mysterious man that would beat up kids. And this happened in California somewhere.
Okay.
Basically, this man would just hunt at night for kids wandering back then and just jump over fences and just suddenly beat them up with martial arts and kick their butts. And this would happen all throughout the neighborhood for a long time. But this was in the 80s, so they were all latchkey kids, so nobody ever really paid attention or anything back in the 80s.
In the 80s, yeah.
Yeah. Then one kid got kidnapped.
Oh. He kidnapped one of the kids.
So he beat up a lot of kids, but he also took one of them home.
Okay.
And then the man made him do forced labor. He had to wash cars and fix fences. It was basically child slavery. And then at one point, the kid really wanted his freedom because he wanted to go to arcades. You know, that's most kids, right? They want to go to the arcade back in the 80s.
In the 80s, yeah.
Yeah. So the man set it up. He said, if you fight other kids and you win, you'll win your freedom. But in the meantime, before we get that battle going, I'm going to make you stand on a beach on one leg. And he made him stand on the leg like all day long as the waves came up on him and stuff. And it was just torture.
I have a suspicion about this case.
Yeah, no, it was super suspicious because there was this man and he would leave behind little trees, little tiny trees. That was like his signature. Like a lot of serial killers, they'll leave like some kind of, signature behind. And his was little tiny trees, which were actually kind of adorable, right? But he would do that, leave it on people's doorstep, and they just knew someone's coming for me. They're going to kick my butt.
Yeah.
Huh.
This is Karate Kid.
Yeah.
This is the movie Karate Kid.
Yeah, he used martial arts, if that's what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is what you're describing as a crime is actually the fictional 1984 film Karate Kid.
Yeah, now let's think about it. That is Karate Kid. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Michael, but the part I left off is that the kidnapped boy's girlfriend became a prostitute.
That's the movie Leaving Las Vegas.
Well, I'll tell you what then. It sounds like you're not liking what I brought. You're not thinking I did it right. I came on the show. I didn't know there'd be requirements that when you tell the story, it had to be real. And I just don't know what's happening anymore. I feel real nervous and sad.
Well,
now you're laughing at me. I feel like now you're laughing at how sad I am.
I'm not. I really appreciate you bringing a case.
I'm sorry if I messed up the show.
It's okay.
I lost our subscribers.
Well, I think we should move along to this week's episode.
Okay.
So I'm Michael.
And I'm Lil J.
And our producer Dwayne is joining us in the booth.
Dwayne, can I cash in one of my coupons for a hug?
And this week, episode 182, The Bennington Triangle.
Starring Ralph Macchio and Elizabeth Shue. Nah, I'm doing all right now, Dwayne. That hug really helped.
So, the Bennington Triangle.
Yeah.
Between 1945 and 1950 in Bennington, Vermont, which is in southwest Vermont.
Is that where Ben & Jerry's is from?
I believe Ben and Jerry
They're from Vermont.
Are both from Vermont.
I love their ice cream. Have you had their ice cream?
Yes.
Bernie Sanders is from there, right? I love his chicken.
That's Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, I don't know if he's military or not, but he's a funny guy.
So the first person that went missing.
Oh, people went missing.
Yeah, 5 of them.
5 people went missing.
Between 1945 and 1950.
That's like a whole basketball team.
So in 1945, the first person that went missing
You ever
was,
see Hoosiers?
I think, the only thing I remember about that movie, who really liked that movie?
White people?
My mom.
I share so much with your mom because I love that movie Hoosiers.
Yeah.
I like the word Hoosiers, right? That's a
Mhm.
funny word. Hoosiers, right? Does your mom say it that way?
She does not.
Well, she's pretty understated.
So Mitty Rivers,
What is a Mitty River?
that's the gentleman's name. He was the first person that disappeared in 1945.
What does this have to do with your mom?
In 1945, he was with a hunting party. He was a guide.
What is a hunting party?
It's a group of people.
Do they have like streamers and balloons and they're out there with like little clown outfits and those little blowy things that woo-wee?
So Mitty Rivers,
Yeah.
they never found him.
Do you think he was raptured?
Do you want to know what I actually think?
I guess so.
I think that he probably got lost and his rotting corpse is out in the woods, and that was it.
Michael, that took a real dark turn.
I know it's a bit of a bummer.
We're talking about a delightful guy named Mitty, and then all of a sudden you just made him into a rotting corpse.
Well, I mean, the truth of these cases where there's people missing out in the woods is it's very easy to get lost in the woods.
Yeah, same thing with the desert.
1946, Paula Weldon goes missing.
Point guard.
1949, James Tedford goes missing.
Maybe center.
1950, we're on our fourth victim now. Paul Jepson, he goes missing. He's only 8 years old.
Oh, he's a little fella.
Yeah.
You don't see many of them in basketball.
His mom left him for an hour to go feed the pigs.
What do the pigs eat?
There's like stories of people feeding bodies to pigs to hide them because they'll just eat
Michael,
bodies.
you are really in a mood today.
Really?
With the rotting corpse and feeding bodies to pigs.
I'm not trying to be...
pigs are adorable. You ever see that movie, Babe?
Uh-huh.
You don't think he ate a rotting corpse, do you?
His mom went to feed pigs.
Babe's mom?
Her 8-year-old son, gone.
Do you think the pigs ate little Paul? Like, was he sitting right by when Mama was feeding the pigs, and all of a sudden he was like, Mama, I want to try it, and walked in there, and she didn't notice, and then the pigs just gobbled him up. Nom, nom.
From what I understand, she left him at a different place and then went to feed the pigs.
Oh, so smart move. You stay here in the forest. I'll go feed some pigs. Be right back, Paul.
She came back an hour later. Paul was gone.
Yeah, 60 minutes. 60 long minutes for 8-year-old Paul.
Nobody ever found him.
So he never was found.
Nothing, not a trace.
And he was victim what?
Victim 4.
Wow.
A little over 2 weeks later, Frida Lancer goes missing.
Was she looking for Paul?
She was hiking with her companion.
Oh, companion. What do you think that was? Like a lover?
They weren't super specific.
Well, it's probably a lover.
She fell down in a stream on the way back to camp.
So she's kind of clumsy.
And she told her companion,
Lover.
wait here. I'm just going to, apparently camp was really close. She's like, I'm going to run back to camp. He waited and waited and she never showed up. He went back to camp.
I wonder if he was fed up. You know what I mean? When you're waiting, you're like, okay, I'm waiting like you told me to. But then at some point, you're like, did you blow me off?
You're just angry.
You just start getting mad. So then you're walking back to camp and you're kind of telling yourself in your head, when I see her Frida, I'm going to let her know. But then she's missing and you're kind of really conflicted. You're like, I'm so angry. But now she's gone.
You feel a little guilty for being angry.
You feel a little guilty. And then what if they made you take a lie detector test? And they say, you ever get angry at Frida? And you're like, no. And they're like, well, lie. And now you're the one they put the scrutiny on.
I definitely understand the sentiment of being angry.
Yeah, I thought about killing Frida when she didn't show up.
I wouldn't say that to the police.
No, I didn't mean to. Did I just say that?
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
No, this is why I can never, ever be questioned.
Just ask for your lawyer. Don't talk to cops without a lawyer, ever.
Yeah, so just ask for my lawyer.
If you are in an interrogation room.
If I'm in an interrogation.
What do you say to the police officer?
I say, I was angry and I thought about hurting her, but I didn't do it.
Nope.
No.
Let's try again. You're in an interrogation room.
What would I be doing? Well, first of all, what am I wearing?
You're wearing your tunic.
Okay, I'm wearing this outfit.
And your sash.
Okay,
and
same outfit.
They've sat you down, and one of them says, would you like anything to drink, Little J?
Yes, I would. If it's not too much trouble, I'd take a yoo-hoo.
They bring you a yoo-hoo.
I'm liking this interrogation. This is a comfortable place.
They say, Little J, where were you yesterday at 2 p.m.?
Oh, Michael, I think I was with you. Weren't we off at the grocery stores? You said, Lil J, do you have any food here? You're so barren here. And I said, no, I haven't gotten the store. And you said, well, let me take you while I got the car.
No, we're just pretending that, remember, we're pretending you're in an interrogation room.
Oh, yeah.
And
okay.
I'm pretending that I'm the police.
Oh, you're the police officer.
Right. You're sitting down, you have your yoo-hoo, and I say to you, Little J, where were you yesterday at 2 p.m.? That's right. And then what do you say? That's right. And they say, you need to answer us.
You told me not to talk, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm doing it right. I didn't want you to think I was being rude.
No, you're doing it right. Then they say, Little J, if you just talk to us, we can make a deal for you. This doesn't have to go bad. It can go your way, but you have to talk and cooperate with us.
Well, that sounds like a good plan then.
No, this is when...
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Let's
Do
do
you-
it
are you
again.
ready
All right,
again?
Yeah, I'm ready again.
Okay, listen, we already know that you're guilty, but if you just admit it and you help us out here, if you work with us, we'll work with you, but you've got to tell us the truth.
I would like a lawyer.
That's it. That's all you have
What
to
do
do.
they call that? Lawyering up? I'll tell you what, I wish I had done that back in the day. So, Frida, did they find her?
7 months later, they found her body.
Michael, what happened to her?
They don't know because she was so decomposed.
How'd they know it was her body if she's decomposed?
Probably teeth.
Like, does she have like a certain smile and people were like, you know what? Frida's had such a pretty smile. Oh, there she is. I recognize that dead corpse in that beautiful smile.
So they only found one of the 5 people missing.
So they found Frida, but the other 4 basketball players are missing.
Also, there is local lore of a Bennington monster.
What is that?
It's a mythical local creature that was like Bigfoot. But,
I love Bigfoot.
but like a smaller Bigfoot.
Do you ever hear the term Sasquatch?
I have heard that
I
term.
love that name.
Yeah,
If I was a Bigfoot, I'd go by a Sasquatch. I'd say, no, please use my native name, Sasquatch. It's super cool, right? Sasquatch. Sasquatch. I wonder if they have a Ben & Jerry's ice cream flavor called Bennington Monster Sasquatch.
That would be quite a reach if they did.
Yeah. I wonder if they have one called Mitty Rivers, right? That'd be a cool little ice cream. It could basically be a flavor that was like peanut brittle with pockets of air, right? Just because something's missing. Peanut brittle just because you're old, right? Or they could have the Jepson. That might be with bacon with just missing chunks of sadness and sweet. I mean, that'd be cool. That'd be a great flavor. Hey, you know what I like? Chunky Monkey. Oh, yeah, that's good. But I love Jepson. It's got bacon and just missing sweetness. Just the despair of nothing. And maybe like a little pocket of forgetfulness. I mean, I'm not sure these are actual flavors, but I'd eat it.
So,
Yeah, so it's the monster that got him.
well, they didn't. I don't.
See, I think Bigfoot gets a bad rap.
Well, my point is that I don't think Bigfoot exists at all, and that people use the idea of Bigfoot as some kind of scapegoat for things they can't explain.
Michael, I'm starting to think you are a doubter.
I think it's a fair thing to say. I am skeptical.
Have you ever met a Bigfoot?
No.
Well, that's my point. Then how could you know that he does not exist?
Well, the burden of proof is on the people who think he exists
All right,
because
now you're using legal terms.
you can't prove a
This
negative.
is not a court of law, Michael. This is just the world as we want it.
There's no evidence that Bigfoot exists.
Except for when we have video that shows Bigfoot running around.
All of that video has been debunked. All of it.
Who proved it to be debunked?
You know the famous Bigfoot video of him walking when he like turns around?
Yeah, the
You know-
Zapruder film.
Nope, that's a different film.
Huh.
So he's walking, and then he turns and he looks, and it's been proven that that's just a guy in a
Yeah,
Bigfoot.
he's kind of walking and
Yeah,
he does he keeps walking while it looks, right?
Yeah.
That's what makes it cool. We should have Bigfoot on as a guest.
well, if you can get him as a guest, that'd be...
Dwayne, can you look into that? So the other people vanished because Bigfoot ate them.
I think it's more logical that they got lost in the woods and died from exposure than that they got killed by Bigfoot.
Well, Michael, that's exactly what Bigfoot's lawyer would say. Do you think people are more likely to like, subscribe, and share if you scream at them?
I don't think so.
Let me try it. Hey! See if you can like, subscribe, and share. It'll help us out a lot.
I think the gentle approach for us is probably
I'll
better.
try that, yeah.
Okay.